Right.
What's going on, people? Your magazine here with your host Jane, and I'm with a very, very special guest. A guest that's a rising Nigerian Afropop sensation with over 1 million views on his track Me and You, and recently released some beautiful music for us ladies. Okay.
Your love is calling me. You make I'd like to see. Your beauty is divine. You're the song I'm writing.
So he's definitely one to watch for 2021, and that's Mr. Jesse Flames. Jesse Flames, how are you?
Hey, how you doing? I'm good, and you?
Good. I'm fine, thank you. How have you been coping this lockdown period?
We've been coping well, just relaxing, studying, making music. I mean, it's good for me because I'm making music, and that's what matters.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so you're Iba, right?
Yeah, I'm Ibo.
Perfect.
From Imo State.
From where?
Imo State.
Imo State. So I was super excited when I heard you speak Yoruba because I heard your tracks Shakara and Double Double. I was like, okay. I went a bit, old school. Not a lot of people know that you've been doing music since 2016, I believe.
Yeah, way before that, I've been doing music since like when I was 10.
Okay.
It's been like 11 years now. I've been doing music.
Lovely. So how did Yoruba become part of your identity?
I mean, because I grew up in Nigeria as well. I have Yoruba friends, and it's like a Yoruba society. So I just had to blend in and mix with the culture.
Okay,
so,
nice.
Yeah, that's how I started using it to write songs and everything, because I just love the mixture.
Yeah. You grew up in North Carolina.
I was born in North Carolina.
Born in North Carolina, moved to Nigeria, and then came to the UK to study. Am I correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so North Carolina, the southern part of America, that is crazy. I mean, I know a lot of Black people face a lot of racism around America, but the southern parts, wow. How did you have any experiences in North Carolina?
I wouldn't say I had any experiences because they just gave that to me there, but I lived most of my life in Nigeria.
Okay.
Right? I didn't really live in North Carolina. I lived most of my life in Festac, Nigeria.
So when did you?
I was just born there, but I was raised in Nigeria.
Okay, so when did you move to Nigeria?
When I was a kid. I did primary school, secondary school in Nigeria. So everything in Nigeria.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So Nigeria, there's been a lot that's been going on, the whole NSAS movement. I know you've reported that as well. I mean, did you also have any experiences with the SARS?
I mean, I've had different encounters with police stopping us on the road and telling us to come down and searching us and everything. I mean, every citizen should have encountered something with the police because it's crazy out there. You can't just move freely without being harassed or being stopped for something, or because I'm a young guy, they'll stop me and say I do fraud. It's just things like that happen on a day-to-day basis. Yeah.
So you then moved to UK, I believe, to do your degree. So you're balancing a degree and music. What are you studying right now?
I'm studying digital film production.
Oh wow. Okay. So how are you balancing both music and your degree?
I mean, I'm just separate. I'm spreading it out 24 hours in a day. I have time for music. I have time for my studies. When it's time to study, I study. When it's time to do my music, I'm just balancing it up. It's been nice so far.
Would you say it's difficult to balance both music and a degree?
Yeah, it is. It is difficult, but if you make use of your time wisely, I mean, you'll be fine.
Okay. Now, I'm Nigerian myself, so I understand when African parents say, why are you studying music? Who do you think you are to study music? So, I mean, how did you manage to get your family involved in this whole music industry as well? So, go through that process with me.
Okay. At first, I always wanted to do music. It was either music or sports. But when I was younger, I wanted to become a doctor, right? But as I grew older, I knew that path wasn't for me. So
Why?
I
Why
went
wasn't it for
towards.
you?
I don't know. I wasn't that type of guy. I wasn't that serious or medical, blah, blah, scientist type of guy. So I was more of an art guy, a creative person. So that's when I knew I wanted to do music. Then I started chasing it from there.
Okay.
And when I told them I wanted to do music, they were very supportive. All they told me was just make sure you get your degree and you're good.
I should.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know your brother manages you.
Yeah.
So I mean, how many people are there in your family? Have you got sisters?
Yeah, it was 6 altogether. 3 girls, 3 boys.
And are they all into music, or is it just the boys, the men in the music?
Nah, they're not into music. I mean, they like listening to music, but on the creative part is me and Alessio, my older brother. We're like the music freaks in our house. We love music, but the rest don't really take it that deep. It's not that deep.
So do you and Alessio sometimes bang heads because you're thinking, no, I want this one, no, I want this one, no, I want this one? Does it ever go
I
like
mean, it always happens because you can't really decide on something. It's always once in a while where we say we agree on something. But when, for instance, when I make my music, I send it to him, like the rough cut of the sound, and he's like, I feel you need to increase this, because he's the A&R in the team.
Yeah.
He's got more musical ears, right? So we work hand in hand together to make the sound.
Okay.
You just make sure the sound comes out how it's meant to be, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that when I was going through your music, I was so impressed with the fact that all your music highlights one thing: women
Yeah.
should be treated with love, care, and respect. I
Yeah, of course.
respect that so much, because nowadays it's all sexualizing women, but this is like, you've got a nice soft
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah.
Now, all I want, where did you grasp that concept from?
You got me thinking like this, oh yeah. A beautiful thing, though. You're all I need, I want it, yeah. I know go do this strong thing, oh yeah. All I get, I love it, yeah. Yeah, what a beautiful thing, though. You scatter my heart.
All I want the inspiration was a random day. It was in lockdown, something like this era, but last year when the lockdown started. And it was the feeling I had at that specific time. I wouldn't say I really thought about it. It was just an inspiration in the studio of how I felt. So I expressed it through the music.
You said a feeling you had. So was there a special woman there?
You can put it like that. It was just that feeling I had in the studio, an inspiration,
Okay,
I'm
so
not
are
I'm
you
not saying
single right
anything.
now? Are
I'm
you
not saying
single right now?
anything. I'm just saying it was a feeling I had. But yeah.
So are you
So
single?
me, do
Yeah.
I look single?
Are
You see,
you?
I always say in my interviews, I keep you guessing. If you think I'm single, I'm single. If you think I'm
Oh
not
wow.
single,
Okay. So for the lady viewers, shoot your shot. How are your DMs looking like? I mean, are they?
it's crazy. It's crazy. I get loads of messages, funny ones, different funny ones.
What's the craziest one you've had?
Ah, let's keep this outside the interview.
Is it very okay? We'll leave it.
No, trust me, but I get funny DMs, crazy one.
That's
Trust.
crazy.
Yeah.
So you also have on All I Want, you've got the picnic settings, you've got the guitar, every
Yeah.
girl's dream. So one question I would like to pose to you: what is your
Yeah.
idea of an ideal date?
Ideal date. I
Where would you
mean,
take a girl? Like, what would you do for a girl if you want to
you
impress her?
see this topic. Yeah, people have this fantasy of the movies and everything. Oh, I'll take you. We'll fly to Monaco. We'll do this. My ideal date. I could bring you to my house, or it could be in the park, like you saw in the video. Picnic, watch movies, discuss, go eat burgers. Not just fancy stuff. You know, my ideal day is just to be free and just be yourself, to be honest. I'm not an extra type of person.
No problems. Perfect. So the lady viewers, you know what his ideal date is. You know he's
Easygoing
not
guy.
disclosing if he's single or not. So shoot your shot.
Yeah.
And another thing that I love about your music is because
Yeah,
is the fact that with the women you always have in your music videos, they're always beautiful dark skinned women.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I applaud you for that. Now,
yeah,
one question, especially Ed Sheeran. So there's a tune that you made years ago, Ed Sheeran, "Shape of You." Do you remember that tune?
yeah.
That
That was
was
like, oh,
wow.
that was 2017, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you feel like the music industry is still failing Black women, especially the African music industry?
Um, I think so, because usually when you see music videos, it's a light-skinned woman, it's a white woman, and I don't really. Everyone has their own
Mm.
preferences, right? I feel like for my music videos, I should bring culture in. I should bring my black skinned women. You know, that's for me. For different artists is different. They want a light skin, they want a white woman. But for me, Jesse Flames, I like my melanin.
You sound so mature for a 21-year-old. That this is like wow, like wow. I mean, wow. Okay. So another thing that I wanted to discuss. So
Yeah,
you play the guitar, you write your
yeah,
music, you
yeah,
create the beats, you play
yeah,
the drums, you're a basketballer, you're
yeah,
also a fashionista. Jesus, I can go on.
yeah,
You mentioned one thing. You said that with your clothing style is a way to say who you are without having to speak. So,
yeah.
what does your style say about you?
I mean, I'm a type of person. I love to style myself the way I want it, not because it's the trend, or I don't go with trends. So usually when Jesse Flames walks in, you just have that idea of this guy's is a good guy. He has something going on for himself, without me speaking for myself, if that makes sense. So
Mm,
yeah,
nice.
I like to speak through my fashion as well, not just my music.
That's good. That's good. Your style is very smooth. I have to say. I have to
Thank
say.
you.
So at your magazine, we tend to use the term Afro Global a lot. So
Yeah,
how do you think Afro Global relates to you, if it actually does?
Afro Global, in what sense?
So Afro Global is basically where we are celebrating African culture all
Yeah,
over the place, like globally. So how
yeah.
does that relate to your music?
It relates to my music in the sense that Afrobeats is celebrated in the world right now.
Mm.
As it used to be back then, it wasn't that popular. But right now, the sound of Afrobeats and everything, the genre is celebrated worldwide. So in my part of doing music, I feel that's very it's global to celebrate and talk about because everyone is on Afrobeats now. Chris Brown, name it. It's the
Yeah, I know.
culture.
I know you mentioned Chris Brown, Drake. Those are your inspos and so forth.
Yeah,
And you mentioned Rick Ross as well as your inspirations.
yeah, of course, of course.
So, who would you prefer if someone was to get you on the label, Roc Nation or MMG? Who would you choose if they said you've got to pick
Rock,
one?
Rock Nation and MMG. I'll go with MMG
Why would you go with MMG?
because most of the people I like in MMG, like Wale, McMill.
I
Yeah, those
love
are my people. I
McNeil.
listen. I listen to McMill a lot and Wale and because so I'll go definitely go with MMG.
I love Meek Mill. So, what is your favorite Meek Mill tune?
Mm, I think when I started listening to him, I'm a boss.
Okay, okay, nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice. And what are your plans for this year?
Plans from this year is just to put out more music and something special is coming. The EP, making it happen so people get to understand my sound more and understand my lifestyle through my music as well.
Yeah,
Yes,
you got
definitely.
you've got everything sorted. It's wow.
We thank God, we're just working towards it.
So going back to Nigeria, I just wanted to ask a
Yeah,
question. So you grew up in Nigeria and everything. So what do
yeah.
you miss the most right now?
In Nigeria.
In Nigeria, it has to be the suya. Come on, it has
I
to
was
be the
about to
suya and the
say that.
level with the Gary
I
and
was about to say that. I was about to say that. Definitely, for me, Suya Gala. You know what Gala is?
oh, I can't do gala.
Nah,
Fan
we're not
ice,
friends. We're
fan
not
ice.
friends.
Come
We're
on,
not friends.
fan
Nah.
ice.
Yeah, fine ice. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, nice, nice, nice.
Yeah.
And what I also wanted to ask you as well, so playlists, what is your on your playlist right now?
Right now, random music.
Random music. What do you listen to UK rap?
Not really. I just listen to some artists. Like I listen to J House, PA Salute, Chipmunk, Stormzy, Young Bane, Kojo. No, I don't listen to everyone, just some
Mm,
people. Yeah.
okay. So I've noticed as well, so within your music, you've got rap,
Yeah.
you have Afro rap, and then you have the Afro beat, the Afro pop. I mean,
Yeah.
you're very, very versatile in your music. So
Yeah.
what do we have that we're looking forward to in the future?
Based on music, I mean more features with other artists, albums rather,
Mm.
and yeah, pretty much big things, man. Expect big things from us, from me, or coming.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So if somebody was to say, I mean, who would you say I have to collab with to say, yes, I've made it? Who would that collab have to be with?
Mm, definitely Chris Brown.
Really?
Definitely Drake and Chris Brown. Them two.
Okay.
Them two.
What
Definitely.
is
I
your
want to
Chris
record with
Brown
them.
or Drake song?
Huh?
What is your favorite Chris Brown or Drake song?
I don't have a favorite. I love
You love
everything.
everything.
Everything. I can't even
Don't
say
you
this
miss,
is my favorite. This is my favorite. Nah,
really?
everything.
Don't you miss the old Drake rather than the new Drake?
I mean, I started rocking with Drake from his first album till now. Before he had beards,
I
till
know.
when he had beards. I started listening to Drake ever since. From best I ever had to now.
He has evolved. He has evolved.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is so great. I mean, Jesse, I mean, it's been great having you with your magazine. So, I
My
mean, any
pleasure.
last words, anything that you want the viewers to know or the view or anything at all?
I'll just say stay true to yourself, work hard, put God first, family first too, and be consistent in whatever you want to do. And don't let anyone just talk you down from being who you want to be, because people are always gonna badmouth you, talk less about you, but don't listen to them. Just stay focused.
That's a great message. That
Yeah.
is a great message. Viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you
Yeah.
subscribe. Thank you very much. Please, please, please go check out Jesse Flames on YouTube. All I want, I guarantee you, you will love that tune. I love that tune to death. And before you go, hold on, wait, babe, I can't let you go yet. There's one dance you always do. There is one dance you always do. I can't do the dance because my hands is always, it's looking like, you have to do the dance for us because
That dance is special. It doesn't come like that. It comes special.
is
It
that how
comes,
you're, wow.
don't worry. Outside the interview, I'll show you, I'll teach you. It comes special.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Jesse. Have a
No problem. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
all right.
I love you like this, I love you like that, you brought my world.